let's get this out of the way because it will probably rumble on all summer. Paris Saint-Germain and Bernardo Silva.
Woohoo!
Would it not make more sense to hire a manager first?
Yeah, but what manager would not be happy with Bernardo Silva in his team?
I don't know, somebody who says like, hey, look, maybe we'll really enforce the financial restrictions. And so, all right, okay.
I don't know.
All right,
I don't know. Luis Campos is like Uncle Luis for Bernardo. I think Bernardo wants to come. Let's see if it can happen. Konrad Laimer confirmed what we already knew, that he's joining Bayern Munich. Gab, I know Gundogan keeps getting linked to the club, but how many central midfielders do they need?
I was thinking about it because obviously different profile, but, you've got Kimmich there, you've got Ryan Gravenberch there, you've got Goretzka there, you've got Sabitzer coming back.
Yeah.
And now you add Laimer. Okay, it's good for Tuchel to have options. And
that's a lot of options now.
You don't need Gundogan unless Kimmich is moving on. And I really would not want to see Kimmich move on. No way, shape, or form. 18-year-old Atletico Paranaense center forward Vitor Roque is being linked to Barcelona today. Jules, right fit?
So they've been looking at him and kind of following him and his progress for a long time now. Xavi talked about him the other day when he had that big interview with Mundo Deportivo, I think it was, or Sport. And I think there's even an offer on the table. I think they see him perfectly to whether he comes now and learn with Lewandowski and plays a bit, and then Lewandowski, when he goes, then he'll be ready to take over, basically. I think that would work very nicely. I think he's a very exciting prospect. There's no doubt he can.
And he's left-footed, and so you're always big on that.
And I think he's got that technical ability as well. The finishing, I saw the goal they scored in the last game against Atletico Mineiro, I think it was. And yeah, I think I can see why Xavi is quite keen on him and why Barcelona are keen on him. But he's still very young. And again, we go back to Hendrik, to Vitor Roque, to those kind of players that. It's good. He works for Vinicius. He works for Rodrigo. Would he work for any of them, like those two, Hendrik and Vitor? We'll have to see.
Worked great for Renier.
Yeah, no, exactly. You're right. This is, but again, I guess at that age, you don't know. You take the gamble. Youri Tielemans has left Leicester, as we know, and he signed for Aston Villa. Gab, we're both big fans, but you'll be surprised by the destination?
I am really surprised. All I can think of is maybe he didn't want to move house. Leicester not far from from Aston Villa, from Birmingham or Aston Villa. I know obviously he had a difficult season, but he's not that old. He's a phenomenal midfielder when he's fit.
Surely like Spurs, someone like Spurs would have gone for him, no?
I mean, I would have thought Arsenal, frankly.
Yeah.
I mean,
who were heavily linked before.
Or I'll go even further. You can say, well, he still isn't fit, but he would have done a better job at Manchester City than Calvin Phillips would have.
Even United with McTominay.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if you're getting the real Tielemans, and there may be injuries, issues, there may be stuff that we don't know, but if you're getting the real Tielemans, I think he walks into any top six side.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, completely. I'm a big fan. I'm like you. I'm a big fan. I don't really understand that at all. But well done, Villa, because I think they're getting a wonderful player.
Houssem Aouar will be joining Jose Mourinho at Roma. Jules, I guess this means the special one stays. How excited should Romanisti be?
Well, again, a bit like with Tielemans, it depends what kind of Aouar you get. If you get the one high speed, that Champions League game against City, for example, that campaign in Europe, that season of lockdown, then yeah, of course, great in midfield. Him and Pellegrini can combine really well with whoever plays up front, Dybala, Tammy, whatever. I think this is a system that could fit him. But if you get the Aouar of the last couple of years, for example, that kind of lost his way completely. He
also had an injury too. Then he came back.
Injury, but still, I think he wanted to move before. Didn't happen. He didn't really want to stay at Lyon. He had to. That didn't work. Maybe for Mourinho, he needs to work a little bit on the work ethic and work harder during matches. He's a kind of elegant playmaker, if you want, that doesn't really put his foot in. I think with Mourinho, he will have to. And certainly,
I saw him
like that in the Champions League.
I saw his first interview with Roma, and I was shocked that the guy gives an interview in Italian, and I couldn't work out why he speaks Italian, with an accent, obviously, but why he speaks Italian so well, given that he's from Lyon. I believe he's lived in Lyon all his life.
He must have learned. But he's a very smart guy. He's
an educated guy.
Very, very smart, very educated, an intelligent player. So football IQ is high. IQ in general is really high.
But they don't. They wouldn't teach Italian in French public schools,
Definitely
I would
not.
assume. And it's not like when Thierry Henry came to Italy, he could speak Italian, but he was in Monaco, so that makes sense. But Lyon is nowhere near Italy, right?
Yeah, not far. It's
What?
just the other side of the mountain, so it's not.
You have to literally go over the tallest mountain in
but
Europe
like still,
to get to
there's
the
even
other
a tunnel
side.
to go to Turin. So.
No, but even then, you go to you're in Val d'Aosta.
I know,
it's
but
like
it's not
500
far.
miles. What do you want? I mean, it's
What do you
not
mean 500 miles? It's surely not that far. With the tunnel to Turin, it's not that far.
whatever. I'm
You're
sure,
closer than from Paris or Bordeaux.
whatever.
Toulouse.
Yes, I'm sure he went to Turin to have John.
No, but yeah, you're right. I was surprised, pleasantly surprised, but I'm not. In a way, I'm not surprised because he's a really smart guy.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.